We have so many patriotic Americans stand with us today. You probably at the back room met a lot of them, mingled a little bit. So this has really never happened before, in the history of the Chinese people's journey seeking freedom. We made it thus far, and because of, your bravery and courage. So what would you say to those people, especially American peoples? What would be their priorities right now? Because I know there's a lot of a crisis happening in the country, and you once worked in the security industry, right? So you knew a lot of things, maybe a lot of common people, like common everyday Joe does not know. So, but what messages would you want to send to be more effective, allow them to see that taking down the CCP is the priority in America today?
I knew of, I'll just call it the deep state, a long time ago, at a very young age. And there was a blessing in that because I saw the world very differently than a lot of other people. But it also crushed me because very few other people saw it. And when 2020 started happening, all these riots began, I was so disgusted with what our country had become. And it's the exact same tactics that they've used in the Middle East, they've used in Africa, that they've used in China. It's the exact same tactics over and over and over again. And I just decided I will not stand by because my siblings, my family, if I have a family one day, they will have nothing left. And my life right now does not matter if I do nothing to stop this collapse of our society and of everything that we have. The thing that I lacked when I was younger was hope. So when people like Miles Guo stand up, when people like Donald Trump, you should take note of that, because while they have a great deal to lose, they don't need to be affected by this. We are blessed that we have the ability to connect with other people and that we have people who have stood up to take the arrows. So right now, what we need to do is, number one, always have hope. Because if you lose that hope in our fellow humans, in you all, we buy in very easily to this mentality that we can't do anything, we're not big enough, we're not strong enough, I as an individual can't get anything done, and it's a lie. And it's exactly what they want you to believe. And we need to stop buying into this division operation, because there's always been a boogeyman. They did it in the Middle East. There was a big boogeyman, so they justify a bunch of crimes against humanity, and they justify the fear. China has been the boogeyman for decades, and they use the CCP, and it's a concept. Just like people in other countries, they see the United States, it's a concept, and it's not. These are big engines that use a veil to present themselves as another country, and they demonize the individual humans. We put that aside, and then we choose to just every day, doesn't matter how small that interaction is, you see someone, speak truth to them, ask them if they're content with what reality is turning out to be, and then we figure out a way that we can actually affect change, and that requires us to take over our government again. And it requires us to reinvent how we conceive of what society actually is. If we do that, we have hope. We always choose to speak truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is, because we have nothing to lose. Because if we don't win, then we have no life. We have nothing left. And we work the problem. Joe uses that term a lot. If we work the problem and focus on solutions, and we work together, and that means all of us, then it's over.